Hey guys, this is Gary from Gamers from Nowhere, and it is the 26th of January, and today we're going to talk about that whatever the F Pikachu detective thing.
Detective Pikachu. Hey guys.
And our friend Dustin is back with us.
Is he now?
Yeah.
We didn't want him to be, but he kind of bombarded his way in. No.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
Okay. Anyway, it's Tao. All right, so let's talk about that thing. Professor, not Professor Dustin. He keeps confusing Professor Layton and Pikachu. I guess that's what
Detective Pikachu. Sorry.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, lettle talk about whatever that is.
Detective Pikachu.
Okay, well, that sums it up. Thanks for listening.
Here's a little background for this. This project was initially unveiled at some sort of convention, I believe, back in 2013. It showed a very creepy motion capture of Pikachu trying to mimic the human face, and everyone was like, ew. And so it was widely believed that the idea was completely scrapped. We hadn't heard anything about it in forever.
In fact, Jay Witz put a video out the other day, not necessarily talking about it. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry.
It was exactly talking about it.
Jay Witz, he didn't put a video out. He went on Game Explain and talked about it. He brought it up.
Oh,
and
right.
And it was like basically he was like, this is a dead concept, blah 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 blah, and then like 2 weeks later, if that.
And so now we get the trailer for what it seems to be going to be, and everybody is still like, ew.
I
at
think
least we are.
Yeah, I think. Well, here's the things. I will say this. I think it's interesting. I think it's part of Pokemon's. Maybe this is part of the 20th anniversary thing. I believe it's coming out in what? When is it coming out?
In February.
February.
Yeah.
So it's already done.
Yeah, in February, but it's only in Japan.
It's only in Japan. We don't know if it's going to get localized.
It's like however much it is in Japan currency. It's going to be $10.
Okay.
It's the eShop exclusive. It's not going to be card
so there's a lot of speculation that's not even going to come to America. So we don't have to worry about that nonsense. I'm kidding. I'm actually kind of interested in it. Here's the thing: is I don't like Professor Layton games. I think they're very boring.
You don't do well with puzzles.
I don't do well with puzzles. In fact, that's probably my biggest criticism of the Zelda franchise. Is I feel like it's too heavy reliance on puzzles and less reliance on actual gameplay when I say gameplay, I mean as in combat style gameplay. And I feel like the puzzles are just like a huge hurdle to get through. So that's why I'm not really looking forward to this game that much, just because it's a puzzle based game, and that's not the kind of stuff I like.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Dustin?
I think if I can squeeze it into one word, ew is probably
I noticed
the
that
best word
whenever
to
a game
describe
comes out and you don't like the aesthetic of it, like the immediate visceral aesthetic, you're just done with it. Yep. You did the same thing with Cuphead.
I'm sorry. Overall, Cuphead looks like it could be a cool game. The base of the game looks cool. The art style. Now, I did like watching the cartoons with the same art style.
Yeah.
Like older Looney Tunes, like
Tom and
Mickey
Jerry,
Mouse,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I mean,
you just don't want to play a game like that.
I guess I don't know. The trailer that I saw for the game seemed dark to me.
Well, I think it's supposed to have that feel to it, and I don't know how we got into a Cuphead discussion, but anyway.
Thanks, Garrity.
I think that for Cuphead, like, I love the smoothness of the way that it looks.
Oh, the Cuphead?
Yeah, because it literally looks like you're playing a 1930s cartoon,
right?
And able to control it however you want.
Right.
I mean, to a degree. It's basically a side scroller from what I'm getting the gist of it to be, but still.
Yeah. So
just the fluidity of it is amazing to me.
Anyway, back to whatever this thing is. So, from what I understand, there was, at least I think I read something in some article, I can't remember what it was, maybe it was translated from Mitsu or something. They said that they believe that one of the original enemies that was designated for this game was a blue Pikachu.
Yep.
Pika-Blue?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I think they're literally referencing that like 90s.
I think so too. when Meryl was coming out, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Pika-Blue," and it's like,
which I never even saw the relation. Like, how do you get that Meryl and Pikachu? Like, how do you?
It never made any sense.
You have to understand that like, back then, not that much stuff looked like Pikachu at the time, I guess. And Meryl sort of looked like the beginning of something new and like the representative of a franchise. I remember when Gen 2 came out, it almost felt like to me, except for the exception of Pikachu, it almost felt like they were phasing out Gen 1 because everything was Gen 2. I remember that the posters and all Johto Pokemon and all that stuff.
I mean, it's the first time Pokemon released a new...
Yeah. Of course they weren't. I was just being a stupid
generation.
Kid. Yeah. I was being a stupid kid, but I mean, it's still...
Yeah.
Yeah, so do we have anything else to say about the subject?
I mean, if it does get a Western release, I would be tempted to get it just because of the fact that it's Pokemon and like...
Is it really though?
Yeah, because like I've seen pictures of Detective Pikachu talking to
an actual Pikachu?
An actual Pikachu. I've seen one where he talks to a Murkrow.
There's like something like one of the screenshots shows him running from a Trevenant, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, and it's supposed to be like he can talk to humans and he can talk to Pokemon, kind of like Meowth.
Well, yeah. I'm actually curious as to what the actual basis of the story is. Like, someone get murdered or something.
I don't know because, like, I mean, I haven't really heard much anything about the story behind it. I don't think anybody knows anything about it yet.
Players of the game.
Wow. Bravo.
Sorry. If any of you are actually interested in the game, then I don't mean to offend your opinion, but this is just my opinion.
Get your Japanese 3DSs out, guys, because that's the only way you're going to get it over here.
I actually think they may look. I'm not sure if they'll look close or not. And so, who do they get to voice Pikachu?
That's the good question. That's the good question.
I'll do it.
Willem Dafoe? I don't know.
Why would Willem Dafoe do it?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny to hear his voice come out of Pikachu.
Okay, if it does come over here, it better be Willem Dafoe.
I don't know about that. I think that would like deter me from getting the game almost.
That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome, but at the same time,
I mean, it's not gonna happen,
that'd be the only way I get the game.
In some more interesting parallel universe, William Dafoe's Pikachu.
Well, Willem Dafoe is a literal Pikachu, not just the voice of Pikachu.
If the universe is truly
Pikachu.
infinite, then there exists a Pikachu with Willem Dafoe's voice somewhere.
All right. Well, is that all we have to say about this? So
here's my vote for the voice of Pikachu, Aaron Hansen.
Actually, that wouldn't be that bad.
That would not be that bad at all.
Done it.
Oh right, yeah, you did already do it. I was thinking.
So that's the one you're thinking about.
I would vote for if he were to do it. I would totally buy the game, no questions asked. Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be so funny if they got some big name actor to voice Pikachu. I would love that so much.
I wonder if maybe not they're going to plan to use that as the Super Bowl ad.
Actually, they've already released the Super Bowl ad.
Well, you saw it, Hunter.
Did I?
Yeah, remember I sent it to you.
Is that the actual Super Bowl ad though?
That's the Super Bowl.
According to the official Pokemon's YouTube channel,
it's the one where the kid sees the little guy with fire or whatever. He's like, I can do that.
Yeah,
and he starts
and
running.
The little girl.
And the girl's like
playing chess. Like running by.
Okay, how bad marketing is that? Seriously,
if you watch the I was actually kind of disappointed just like looking at the commercial the first time, but then I went back and saw it again, and you see like all these references.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the commercial being bad itself. I'm talking about how stupid is it that they're gonna buy a $1 billion commercial spot during the Super Bowl just to release 3 weeks ahead of time the commercial on YouTube where everybody can go watch it for free.
I'm not sure. I think we'll see. I don't think it's targeting the YouTube audience. It's targeting.
Again, it'll still get a bajillion views.
I mean,
Super Bowl.
Yeah, it will. But again, the thing that most people are so excited about for Super Bowl commercials, myself included, is the surprise of, okay, what kind of commercial is this? And then for you to go ahead and see that, oh, it's Pokemon. Oh, it's just this crap for Pokemon Go again. It takes the excitement out of it. So, again, why spend the $1 billion to put your product into the Super Bowl if you're just going to go ahead and spoil the surprise for everybody?
Because they can. I don't know. I'm just.
What's the point? I mean, I get that they can, but what is the point? That just
is it really $1 billion?
It's something like that. Several millions.
It's ridiculous how high it is.
I mean, I get that it's getting a Super Bowl commercial to air.
I don't know if it's your
commercial to air as a Super Bowl.
It's at least over. I'd say at least over 10 million.
Oh, it's over.
It's probably 100 million.
I was about to say it's over 9 figures. I know that for a fact. I mean, the Super Bowl is so bad for trying to be a money grab lately. Yeah. They want the entertainer who's going to play at the halftime show to pay them to do it. I mean, instead of them saying, "Hey, let me pay you to come play the halftime show," no, it's you need to pay us to come do the halftime show.
I don't even know why. I don't know. I mean, okay. Well, I'll say this. I agree that it was maybe not a good idea to release it ahead of time.
Show far ahead of time, or at least don't say that that's what the commercial is.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, I still think that there's probably a different commercial. They're just
maybe you think so.
I think that this is just kind of like
some people think that's part of the commercial.
That's what I was about to say. I think it could be just a part of it.
Like it's a preview.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like maybe it's just going to end up being an advertisement for Pokemon Go or Pokemon 20. Because if you saw the because the new logo Pokemon has been pressing is Train On.
Yeah,
that's like the new catch 'em all thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, again, the commercial looked cool. I'm not knocking the commercial. It did look like it could be a Super Bowl commercial. I just don't get why you show it 3 weeks ahead before the game. That's the main reason that most people watch the Super Bowl. That's why it's one of the highest viewed things on TV. It's because of the commercials, which nobody likes commercials. Which just makes no sense. But
I mean, Super Bowl commercials are a completely different breed of commercials.
It is. It just, again, I don't see where the marketing mindset from Game Freak was on that and Nintendo.
The only thing I will say is a lot of times when they advertise things like this on Super Bowl, it's very much a brand marketing. Mm-hmm. So they're not usually, like if you see a Doritos commercial, they're not advertising a new type of Doritos.
It's just like the brand.
Right. It's like, remember, we exist. And that's what Pokemon's doing, I think, is they're saying, we exist, we're important. You 20-somethings with kids now, go get a Game Boy, put it in their hand, go buy X and Y.
And tell them to train on, and that they can do it.
I agree.
God, it reminded me of the Mazda. Was it the Mazda commercial?
Oh yeah.
Zoom 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 zoom.
Do you remember when they had the Jamaican guy do it? Zoom zoom zoom.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, zoom zoom zoom.
That's what I was trying to. Well, is that all we have to say about this?
I believe so. We've kind of had a little bit of a scattered conversation with this, and it's been fun.
How many times have we asked if that's all we had to say about it?
I know.
And then we come up with something else.
We needed to talk about Super Bowl commercial in some capacity. I'll say this. Actually, one final thing. I am a little disappointed we haven't heard anything about Pokemon Z. I cannot help but feel that Pokemon is sort of turning away from fans like us, sort of traditional, not traditional fans, but like fans who are very loyal to its brand, and sort of saying, "Hey, you '90s kids."
It's worrying about scooping in the younger generation.
I don't know about that, because if that was the case, they wouldn't release red,
they're American.
red, yellow, and blue for the 3DS on the eShop.
That's true.
Then again, that kind of goes hand in hand with what Garrity's saying, because scooping in the younger generation, getting them started on the original games.
Right, but then why not make a remake of it?
Because they already have a remake. A remake of a remake?
I'm talking about...
It's inevitable, by the way. That's going to happen.
Well, no, I'm talking about like they could do a remake of Yellow. There's no remake of Yellow out there, so they could do
it. But that means Pokemon would just have to, the Game Freak would just put out one Pokemon game, and when have they ever done that? I mean, other than like Diamond and Platinum and Emerald and stuff, but that comes like not long after.
I'm just saying, I feel like I could agree with you, and also at the same time, I don't know. I don't see them letting the 20th year of them having Pokemon out fly by with no main series game. It just doesn't.
Yeah, no, I think
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some sort of announcement or teaser for it.
I'm sure we're gonna get one
this year.
At least. I just think it's funny we haven't got anything yet.
Yeah.
If that is just like a preview that was on YouTube, I could easily see it turning into like a cutout of a Z coming at the end of it or something like that.
They extend it
style.
They extend it 1 second just to have like a flash of
Z.
Like the cover art of Z.
Like the very last thing you see is Zygon or whatever. Zygarde. Thank you. I hate that Pokemon with a passion. Zygarde. You know, that's the very last thing you see, and like all of a sudden you see like a purple shimmer or something like that, because for whatever reason everybody's thinking that Z is going to have the color purple with it.
Really? Wouldn't it be green?
Well, what they're thinking is like you had red for Y, blue for yellow. For yellow. You had red for Y, blue for X, and so to get it together to make the Z, you got purple.
Okay.
Because it would be a combination of the two games together is what they're getting at.
All right.
I still don't see it, but
okay. Well, is that the end of our discussion?
I don't know. Do you have anything to add?
Probably.
Well,
nothing off the top of my head, but I feel like we're not allowed to finish this, so just give me a few minutes to think about something. Okay. In the meantime, you can end it.
In the meantime, we'll be peacing out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.